Hi, I'm Hoshi. This is Crenbowl Season 25 in Division C, Game 7, probably of 7, with my dungeoncrawlercarl Norse team. I'm at 2 wins, 4 losses, but if I win, I can get 4th place. That might be enough for playoffs. It's probably not. It's probably top 3, but I'm not sure. In any case, just going to play the game, try to win, try and get 4th place, and that's not that bad, considering how the season's gone. And hey, crazier things have happened over in World Qualifiers where I made it into round 2, so who knows? We are against Union Dues. They are Old World Alliance. Got Dauntless on one guy. That's always annoying. We've got a very leveled up tree. Okay, there is a tree in here. Juggernaut. Mighty Blow. Multi-block. Defensive on a halfling. Humans, halflings, dwarves, and trees. I guess that's an alliance. And they've got 1 halfling out. So that isn't going to matter. They've got 12 players. No money to buy anyone else. They've spent all their SPP. They got block on one guy. That's the team. They are at 0, 1, and 5. So I don't think winning does them any chance for that. I am got a ton of people out because if you saw last game, I had a bit of a rough go. And my two best people, Lena and Florin are out. Lewis sitting on 9 SPP. And Li Jun, well, he was probably ready to retire anyway with his injuries. You know, if I could get through this and get to playoffs, we'd actually be in a pretty good spot once this all healed. But for this, I think the plan is just go in with low TV, buy star player, probably good old Zug, and just plow our way through. Because I've got enough money to buy like 1 guy. So I do think I buy a lineman, send Ferdinand on to the next floor, and just make do. I've got a couple of randoms I could do. I suppose I'll do that as well. But we'll try and get this team into a state I can do something with and still have TV to buy fun stuff with. I could buy the new guy, but then I just lose one of my journeymen. I can fill the board. I can't fill the board with journeymen because I need room for star players. Who is going to be the name for you? Probably Chris. You deserved a better player than that. I was hoping to put you on a Berserker or something, or maybe a new Yeti if I needed one. But you're a lineman. Ferdinand, you head on down to Faction Wars, or what? No, I guess past that. I don't know, somewhere down there. We'll see you later, maybe. I can only do a primary. Don't give me frenzy. Shadowing. Maybe not terribly useful, but we got it. Okay, L. You're not... Well, you could get Sure Hands. Sure Hands would have been the goal. If I had enough to pick. General or ability. Block and Sure Hands are right there. So, I guess hope for block or Sure Hands. Tackle would be fine. Block. We're in the game. Exactly second choice. Would have liked Sure Hands, but I'll take block. You're half replacing Lena there. Don't have dodge, but that's a big one. And then you Give me Mighty Blow. Stand Firm. I guess that's fine. It's not Pile Driver, so good enough. That's the team. On to the game. Dungeon Bowl Crawlers versus Union Dues. Old World Alliance versus Norse. 4 fan factor on both sides. I've got 2 journeymen. They have no money. I've got 290. Which I believe, if my math was correct, I can get good old Zug for one last go and Cindy Pie Whistle. And then a kegger or a cheerleader or a coach. We'd get a cheerleader for a difference. Because we've got equal fan factor. So maybe this will give me that little bit of bump. Not get stunned at the kickoff like last time. Or ejected at the kickoff. That was the worst part. Before the other parts were worse. All right, I am defensive this time. I'm not receiving the ball. Do we want Cindy out there to snipe the ball carrier, maybe? I don't want her on the line. Don't want Zug on the line. Do I? Yeti can blitz. All right, all my guys are out. I've got a real weird formation here because I'm out 4 guys. All right, Cindy. Yes, you're in for defense. When else am I going to use you? Put the journeyman out to get injured. L. You've got strip ball. I guess you can reach more or less from there just fine. They blitz the pig. They blitz the pig. That just means they aren't blitzing Cindy Pie Whistle. I got to move everyone away from her. Anywho. All right. We can use her ability, not at the start, because she always gets ejected for me. We're just going to bomb in there until she dies or gets ejected. There's no dribble snot, unfortunately. Her stats are probably the same, but the ability is just... You'd think it'd be great. You get to throw 2 bombs. But it often misses, and then she gets ejected because it's like a 50-50. All right, I'm as full aboard as I'm going to get. 2 with Loner. I've only got 1 reroll, so don't burn it on them anyway. Unless I have to. All right, that's not the... Well, it's kind of bad because he just gets to go underneath it. But that's more of a bad kick than a bad kickoff event. At least it's not blazing heat or everybody got ejected or... I wouldn't have mind kickoff event blitz. I mean, I hate kickoff event blitz when it happens to me, and it never feels too good to have it, but it does help. They should remove it from the game, however. But I bet it's still in the new version when it comes. I've not looked at the new tabletop rules. Because I don't play tabletop, despite being in the process of putting some models together, but that got stalled pretty quick. It takes a long time to paint models. Let alone painting. Okay. Zug's all right. But yeah, I'm working on the Imperial Nobility team that comes with the Season 2 box set. Then the Black Orcs that I actually care about. Then I got a Norse box. And then I got some Snotlings. You know, it's going to take years, I expect, at the rate I'm going. But unless we make the playoffs, and well, we'll see how World Qualifiers shakes out. I still got a chance. Game 1 went great, but maybe I'll have some free time until the next Crenbowl, whenever the new version of Warhammer Blood Bowl comes out. All right, they got a little cage. They got the ball. Push. Push is great. They can't hit me anymore. They did manage to take Zug down. And he's tied up with a tree and a troll slayer, so he might be in some trouble. I free this Yeti up, maybe. Oh, Fierce was down as well. I don't know I want to waste my blitz on that. I could bomb that nice little cluster. I got to get the Yeti and everyone away from Cindy. That might be a little bit far up. You fall back. Doug, you just stand up. You could push in, or you could just go here. All right, let's see. We can attempt to do something here. I mean, Dauntless will just go off, I'm sure, but for punching back. All right. Please get out of the way. Good. Good stuff. Excellent. Forgot about the step in. And now I can blitz with you. I was hoping to blitz with you. All right, we can try this. Can't really do anything to that tree. Where do I want to frenzy to? I guess it doesn't matter. All right, we're going right into the cluster. Good hit. But now, oh, almost. Now I'm where I wanted to bomb. You could get in there now. I want to put Carl up here just to get punched a whole bunch. I need to occupy some of this. Let's see how this shakes out. All right, we could get... I'm going to hit one of my guys. We could go for a long bomb. No, we're not throwing the 3. That's way over there. All Right, Carl, what am I doing with you? Just put you here. That didn't go great. I guess we got a stun out of it, but consequently, Zug and my Yeti are stuck on the tree and the Troll Slayer. And Cindy didn't do anything. Dribblesnot would have done something, like blow himself up. All right, a push, but I do have stand firm. But maybe yeah, that's fine. I don't want to get way stuck off on the left. Got a knockout here. Already got +1 to casualties. It didn't give, I guess it turned a stun into a knockout maybe. I was yapping a lot in that first turn. So I wasn't paying the most attention. One knockout, one stun. That's okay. Oh, they're going to punch Princess Donut maybe. There he goes. Double pows. Oh no, that isn't Donut. That's my journeyman. And he's stunned. And now Donut's marked with 2 people. Oh, he's doing a dodge. And does it. Twinkle Toes Dwarf. That was the ball carrier. Never punished. I suppose I could orchestrate a little bit of surfing. You have gotten closer for bombing. So bombing the tree. Carl is getting punched. He's not had his armor broken for a change. All right, we got a couple frenzy options. It's only a 1. You do have block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're not going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we could put you here. Get ourselves a couple 2 dies. And maybe surf this guy. Zug's got a 2 die there. You've got a 2 die there. How can I? All right. I'm going to fall you back a little bit in case this all goes wrong, and it's going to go wrong. All right, surf attempt first, maybe. Push. Perfect. Exactly what I want. Except now I'm, of course, on the line. Perfect. And I'm on the line. So, Repetente might go surfing. Donut's kind of going to get punched. Let's maybe get you off of Zug. That's good. That's a 2 die now. That's great. Okay, can the Yeti move? Now, I could also swing Chris down here to help Donut a little bit. Or mark both of these guys. Where are you going, Yeti? You can zigzag around here. So I don't want to stand next to this tree. I'll just be stuck doing that the whole game. Ooh, good job, Katia. And now we bomb. Only turn 2. We're doing crazy stuff. All right, let's do a long bomb again. It's a 6. We got it. They can catch it, though. That's only a 3+. -2, but she's got... Oh, that's beautiful. And that's not so beautiful. The catcher has caught the ball. Good enough. Would have loved for that ball to go not into their hands. 8 movement, as I have said before, is too much movement for a human. They can not quite put it in one go, so I'll call that okay. Oh, tree, that's rooted. I guess they also can't stand up. So that's excellent. That tree does not exist anymore if I can get away from him. That's a hit. Ball carrier is now freed up. Where is he going to go? Fall back. I think he's going to have to fall back. But he doesn't. Well, he's got one guy who can. Now, I guess 2 guys he can stabilize with. But I'm not sure where. He's either got to unmark me. They're going down here. Well, there's a blitz. They haven't blitzed yet. It's a push. It would not have been a surf anyway. I'm just going to stay here. They haven't got me marked. I got someone who can sort of stand up, maybe, if Carl can clear a path. We're coming down and going there. I could maybe do a surf. Oh, the pig Princess Donut got one person up. That's actually huge. Okay, but I can't immediately run in there without doing a dodge. Like to get away from this tree. I don't want to leave these guys completely free. Don't think we get to blitz with Zug. We can leave you here with it. Feels like a waste to leave you next to the tree, but someone's got to deal with that other guy. Let's push you out of the way. Okay. I need you off this guy so he can blitz. Okay, better. There goes the reroll, but I want to do this and hit him. Maybe even surf him. Who's going elsewhere? Ooh, that ain't going to happen. Could do that, but it's not the ball carrier. Zug, you go there. Just leave you there, Katya. This is going to be like a one die or a double die. There's a push. Do I want to surf you, though? If I put you down here, I can maybe... we know we want to surf. Could have maybe have... What? Oh, he doesn't have Frenzy. Okay. Thought he was one of the Frenzy guys, but that's okay. I think I'd rather have him there anyway. I lost all my Frenzy guys. They're injured and out this game. All right. We could bomb the tree, which would unroot it, which I'm not crazy about. Or we could bomb you guys. But this is green. We'll just see what happens. All right, I've unrooted the tree, which was a mistake, but we got a stun on the other guy out of it. And I can't resist bombing a downed guy. Okay, one die. Push. Guess I'm going in there. And then Katya can still blitz. We only really care about the ball carrier. And this is kind of a mess going on here. When this starts happening, I start missing chain pushes. Is that tree been unrooted? He stood up, but didn't roll to remove the root. So maybe he's still rooted. Like, he didn't get stunned, so he didn't roll an injury, but I guess maybe he doesn't roll it down if he's currently down when I bomb him. That'd be all right. I think he's still rooted, and I haven't made a huge error. That's good to know. But it does mean I can't bomb him now that he's standing up and knock him down, because then he will be unrooted. Or I might do it anyway. I do like bombing in the green zone. We got one long bomb off, one long bomb that didn't work. All right. I mean, their ball carrier's not in a great spot. Oh, they're just breaking through? And they did it? Thank goodness. Smashed knee. That's what you get. He didn't have the movement to get down there, surely. All right, that is one important player off the field. He didn't apothecary it. I mean, I don't know what they're saving for. It's their last game anyway. Win or lose. So they could have gone for no injury. All right. I've got some things I can work with now. You could do a blitz, push you here, potentially surf this guy. That's a push. I'll hit you if I can. I cannot. Now I can push you. One die. Okay. I'll be honest. I clicked that before I processed it was actually a 1-die. I could have moved for a 2-die, but it worked out fine anyway. Both down. Gotta have block. A knockout. Excellent. Everything's coming up, Carl. Ball is over here. Lena can pick this up. That's an okay hit. I don't want to stand next to a tree. Sure. Stun. That's okay. You can go here. You can 2-die. Excellent. Don't step in. Right, let's try and pick the ball up first. I got it. Let's just start running. I don't want it near my end zone. They've got 4 guys off the field. Let us bomb this cluster. Not the tree. That's a 5. That is accurate enough. Nothing. Do this first. It's push. I want you to push you up to Zug. All right. You're stuck with Zug now. And we'll 1-die you. And it's a hit. Gotcha can maybe surf you. Excellent. How can I screw this up? Rooted tree is still rooted. Just resist the urge to bomb. Unless it's, turn 8. And we can double bomb. I also don't have that many other people for her to bomb. If she starts moving up. Or I can push some of these guys back. All right, we got Beerus is free. Other people are free, but they're on the wrong side to do anything. Double skulls on a red die. All right, their luck is not going great. And I'll be honest, a lot of my success here is luck. I'd better not attempt getting surfed. Zug can come up now. Keep them from... Ooh, I could do that. That isn't a rush. Good hit. The potential to break out now. Dodge. Oh, there's a little guy. Well, a big guy there. A troll slayer's there. I didn't see you. Right, you can go here to stop the potential breakaway. Right, you did not get up. Don't need to waste two guys on you. Ooh, we could do that. Gonna get next to the tree is the problem. If I go here, I can bomb this downed guy. Yep, that's in the green. Nothing. Now we step on him. Or him. That's better. Also nothing. All right. Push. We're next to the tree. But we got the hit. Oh. A stun? I'll take it. We've got the extra tools to keep this under control, I hope. Sort of a dodge out blitz. Nope. I wasn't expecting that kind of dodge out blitz. I expected a blitz and then a move, but all right, I can sit down here quietly and put the ball in on turn 8. Don't want to step in. So we'll just do that and then hit, and that's good. And I don't want to stand next to a tree. Might have to... I don't want to dodge with Carl either, though. I could probably stand to bomb this tree now and free it up. Just so I could move Carl. Oh, that isn't where I should have kicked you. I should have kicked you the one over, and then I could have bombed all 3. We're just going to... We'll double bomb the tree, maybe. That's good. And then... do it again. Nothing. What? Well, she didn't get ejected, so that's something. Oh. Okay, that's not great, but I've done it. Carl is knocked out. But you know what? That's not fine, because now the tree's not rooted. But I don't think they can stop me from putting the ball in. I was getting greedy. Well, it wasn't so much greed as just... He took root again. It's fine. I am not being severely punished. I did get knocked out, but like I said, this wasn't really strategic. This was me having fun. And maybe trying for some injuries. Can we injure you? No. Yikes. You are the greatest threat. Though it isn't much of a threat. You can't reach the ball carrier, and now you definitely can't. You can get away from this tree. Great. The stun's all right. Get you out of here. Also great. All right, gotcha. You're not doing anything. There's no one for me to blitz. That is my own guy. I can't. Now, if I can blitz you. I don't think I want to. but I need it for the movement boost. All right, that's fine. I'm next to the tree now. Maybe I can get away. I got away! And I got a stun, and now you can bomb both these guys. It's a 6. We didn't do anything. Nothing. No fouls for Princess Donut this game, apparently. But she didn't get ejected. So it's still all positive. Also didn't get to surf that guy. Now, push. Now, this is their attack. This is my defense. So I do need to put this ball in. But do I want to try and do a hit? Okay, stand-ups failed. Still rooted. I should just put this in. As tempting it is to bomb. We're going to do this. There. We're up a point. That's... What is that tree lying down? I didn't knock out a tree. She was sent off. And Carl didn't wake up. He is having a nap. A lot of theirs didn't get up either. All 3 failed. So I think I got the best of that deal. Does mean we collectively threw 4 dice and got below 4 on all of them. All right, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I got a full team. 8v11's good odds. It could be super aggressive. What is this formation? Okay, who's my second ball carrier? Or maybe I just don't have it. Maybe it's just always L picking up the ball anyway. I need more guys on the field. Journeyman will get punched. Let's free Zug up to blitz. Despite catches bonus for hitting, well, bonus. Hitting to make a normal hit instead of animal savagery or whatever. She doesn't have block. I need one more player. All right, Donut, you're in anyway. Try not to die. You're a main character. And Carl is having a nap. But he's not dead, so that's something. High kick. Excellent. A 6 on the catch. All right. Don't jinx it. Don't ruin this. Kill this guy because he's got Dauntless. Do not stand next to the tree. A stun is good. Not in a big rush to move up here, so I'd rather punch dudes. Alright. Now you can blitz. Because I didn't need to blitz with Zug. It was an opportunity for a good hit once I realized that the Dauntless guy was next to him. There, and then the tree doesn't move, so that's better. Kind of. I want to go up left or right. I guess I want to go up right, maybe? Let's do this. That's great. That's super great. A neck injury on a dwarf. That's also an injury. He's off the field. So that's fine with me. I can move up one more. So we could occupy you. I know you're a troll slayer, but there's always the chance Dauntless doesn't go off. I put you up too far, so we're going to have to do a little rush. It's fine. Another great turn. Very happy. Because I'm up a goal. It's my attack. I've got the ball. 5 of their guys are off the field. They're rolling pushes against a Yeti. Now I do have... Oh, that cancels stand firm. Okay, that's what happened. I was going to say I had stand firm, but I might have let that push through anyway. Although I expected the tree to follow up. Now I'm not touching a tree. All right, a stun. That was overdue. And now they can Dauntless Batista. And don't. All right. Okay. I want to make some manner of cage up here if I could. Or at least a screen. I'm not going to get a back cage. But I don't need that back corner. Can I get up here? I can. Now Zug can blitz. The one free guy. Well, I mean, there's 2 free guys, but the one free guy that I'm worried about. And we hit you. And we step in. And we get an injury. I didn't need to step in. But now that person's freed up anyway, so... I don't want to bother with this tree. Not too worried about the tree blitzing. They aren't blitzing the ball carrier. Awesome. Never a bad roll. I'm waiting for the tide to turn. I can still screw this up. Be assured, if I do manage to screw this up from this position, it's going to be spectacular. trees failed to rush. Oh, they've re-rolled it through a loner. And they're pushing my Yeti. And Juggernaut makes that go through. Another push, but this one I can stand firm on. Guess they re-roll it. Nope. It's fine for you to occupy a tree, Katya. It's the most you've done in 7 games. I mean, that isn't fair. You've probably injured someone at some point, but I do remember you doing a whole lot of nothing. A dodge. Very reasonable 3+ dodge. That is unfortunate. And we've stood up. I wasn't paying attention and somehow missed that dodge. So let's punch you and try and pay attention. Because now my reroll's gone for nothing. We do this over trying to make a cage. This is a screen at the same time. What I need, I think you've got more than enough on you, but there we go. Get the pig up here. You can't be hit. And if you are hit, you're protecting the ball carrier. Push. Something better. I could free this up and maybe get a 2-die on that tree. Excellent. I could blitz you. That's maybe better as I free you up. There we go. Mark. Okay, I am injuring a lot of dwarves. Can I injure a tree? I can stun a tree. I almost injured him. Where was this at any earlier game that might have put me in top 3? Usually these guys fold like paper. Carl got knocked out, but that's been it so far. I'm overdue an injury. So it's got to be coming. I'm tempted to put the ball in, but then their knockouts are all going to wake up. Condolences. This is just a very bad dice game for Lamp. A push. Yep, that's fine. We'll just move you down. All right. Would like to hit at some point. There we go. And could just put it in. Now I'm going to have them roll a bunch of wake-ups, but I feel in a good position that with the injuries they have, they're not going to put 3 goals in Although I do need a win, not a tie. So they could, I guess, 3 got up. All right, Carl got up. That may have been a cocky mistake, but this has the potential. All right, last time no one woke up, and this time everyone woke up. This has the potential for me to get the ball again. And holding the ball is, I'm going to say boring. It's always the smart play to stall the game out. It's just how Blood Bowl is. But they have added that new rule where you're discouraged from doing it or they throw a rock at you. It's not in this game. We'll say this is practice for when they add it. Kick, I get to move around. That's a beautiful kick if it doesn't bounce out. So I got to be prepared for that to bounce out and them to hand it to their runner, catcher, whoever, the guy with 8 movement. Or has he got a broken knee? Yeah, whatever. Just put a little bit. Put you here. And occupy you. You know what? Let's be aggressive. We've got a little wiggle room to be aggressive. Excellent kick. Excellent bounce. That's not so great. Will Zug be the first injury? Nope. Well, he still could be. All right, who else can do a thing here? That's probably a 2-die. That's probably a 2-die. Yeah, they got a few hits to take. They still have their reroll. They're maybe lining up to throw a halfling. That's a 1-die. Sure. What? Oh, I see. Movement allowance. Missing next game. Missing next game. Missing next game. Do a shadow. Nope. Right. Beerus is down. So they could throw this halfling next turn. I mean, it's going to take them a couple turns to get down here anyway. They do have the ball. Have 4 turns to do 2 touchdowns to tie. Not impossible. It happens. It's happened against me many times. Big back, but still in zone to potentially stand someone up, like Zug when the tree hits him. Fall back just in case a halfling throw goes through. So we go here, we frenzy forward. You have Dauntless. These are all 3 strength anyway. You could do this. And then knock you into this hole. Okay, halfling no longer a concern for a little bit. Excellent. Push Prepotente back. Snake Eyes on the armor break. High you up. And then you. Maybe we just go here. I don't have any need to run in there. I gotta find out where they're going with this ball. They don't have a lot of options. The halfling is not an option this turn. The tree is going to hit me. Dauntless, also Troll Slayers next to Zug, so... Oh, the tree's hitting Zug instead. He continues to tank it. I think you've got to move. I don't know where, but I guess you can move down and mark L, maybe? And the counter to this is you do have this guy marked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can run around with one rush. Do a strip ball block. Batista's down because this guy's got Dauntless. And now they can move in and mark L. Might still do the dodge attempt. A skull? Had more than their fair share of that. Although I think the other double skull was on a red die. Alright, I'd like to free some guys up. They don't have block. So you can come here at least. Big can fly back here just to be in the vicinity. Free up some here. You are free. That's not going to happen. Well, they could potentially toss a halfling, but... And she failed her dodge. Fair enough. A little overdue for a bad dice for me, so that's... The stun's a little bit much, though. Could have done without the stun. But they haven't got anyone free to make a cage. Dauntless is still next to Carl, or Batista. Halfling's out, but not next to the tree. The tree has hit Zug for like a third or fourth time. And he's tanked it once again. And he does have 10 armor, but it's never felt like 10 armor. He has gotten knocked out and injured more than once. Ball carrier is doing a blitz. A moderately successful blitz. Because they've got to go. I mean, they cannot score 2 touchdowns with the remaining 2.5 turns. They could still do 1 and then get a kickoff event that ruins my day. I don't think it's going to take them 2 turns now, and even if they do get a turn added on a kickoff event, I don't know that they have the tools to do a 1-turn touchdown. I'm sure there are ways to do it that I'm not aware of, with chain pushing and whatnot at the middle line. I'm most worried about that halfling doing a throw. That is how they do a touchdown in 2 turns. Or 1 turn. I potentially take this ball and put a 3rd goal in. Touchdown in. Is goal acceptable? I mean, that's functionally what it is. I guess I wouldn't say it would be a goal in baseball. It's a point. Maybe I should just call it points. All right. We could surf you. Surf potential exists. Am I that greedy? No. All right. Good hit. Okay, I can now blitz with the Yeti. I'm going to blitz this halfling so they... No, we're not. Okay. Keep this tree marked, unfortunately, but try and dissuade that throw-in. I mean, there is a lot that would have to happen to do a throw-in, including a pass and some dodges. And then a throw. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and orchestrate a 3rd point. All right. Zhang's down. We still got a dodge. I think you might as... Okay. They're going for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can do some rushes. Okay. They actually had another path towards doing it. And then they get a kickoff event that adds a turn. Okay. Good stuff. Pick me up. Yeah, they could get a kickoff event that adds a turn. Throw the halfling. And tie the game. Making sure I don't get 4th place. Now I have strip ball. The 1 die would block into block. I can move the pig down and make it a 2 die. We could roll another Unchanneled Fury failure. Could injure this halfling preventatively for the kickoff event. I'm just going to gamble. That's fine. So I got strip ball. Oh, they have sure hands. Oh. That counters all my fun. 1 die. Okay, we're not getting our third or our final touchdown. Third touchdown. All right. Take some hits. Injure some guys unnecessarily, but still 1 dies down here. It's going through. All right. What? Armbar? All right. Oh, they're blitzing out. That was a mistake. That uses the movement they needed to put it in. They should have dodged. Now they do not have the movement to put it in. Oh, maybe they do. But they roll a 1 on the rush. 2 1s on the rush. This is Nuffle's theme this year, this season. Both here and World Qualifiers, 1 die rushes for everyone. Good game. Rough dice for them. Entirely a lucky game. But I'll take it. GG. Right. Validate the match. And I got 10 SPP on L. She can have sure hands now if she wanted, if we were to go to playoffs, which I don't think we are, but I have not ruled it out. I'm pretty sure it's top 3. Dice rolls. Armor value is red for everyone. One of these days I'm going to figure out what any of that means. I think it's us rolling against their armor, not us rolling our armor. I don't know. Dauntless went off twice. Dodges were terrible for me and not very good for them either. Dice recovery. Oh, there's the validation. Are 50-50, which is statistically fine, but it was like all failed the first time, all succeeded this next time. Passes? What do you mean 7, 8 passes? I don't remember 8 passes. Bombs. That's what it is, bombs. Rushes were great for me. They failed a bunch. And Unchanneled Fury failed twice. 8 and 4 rushes for them. They did rush a lot, but 67 isn't green for that. These are terrible dice for them. As I said, it was entirely dice. I had a ton of 2s, which are bad, I guess. 20 pows, 25 stumbles. I had super dice. I bought inducements. I guess Cindy did stuff. Zug, I don't know if Zug did a whole lot. He occupied a tree and got punched like 4 turns in a row, but I did get a lot of casualties inflicted upon them. I got what, like 1 knockout against me, which is crazy. I did 61 to 32 blocks. I hit them twice as much nearly. Did a couple fouls that didn't do anything. Just crazy armor breaks. I just got stunned 9-3 stuns. So I didn't get injured or knocked out. I just got stunned every time. And 8 out of 10 rushes. I did re-roll at least one of those. And it failed anyway. And then 2 and 2 and 1 and 1 in pickups. Pickups were fine. I guess I caught the ball on a kickoff event, which is why I didn't have to pick it up twice. The team is looking amazing if I were going to playoffs. Everybody's back in. I've got 11 SPP on my other Valkyrie. I could get dodge. I could get sure hands. I got 9 SPP on Lewis. Batista can do a random. Look, I'm not saying I want to go to playoffs, but I want to go to playoffs. But I'm almost certain it's not going to happen, unfortunately. But that's Blood Bowl, baby. And the season was rough, but it turned out I had a wonderful last game, so I'm leaving on a high note. Well, that puts me in 4th. So, in another season, this would have got me to playoffs. But again, it's 3 wins, 4 losses. It's not that impressive of a run, so I wouldn't say I deserve to go to playoffs. My TV is way back up. Everyone above me is going to playoffs. Good for them. Maybe I'll be there, not holding my breath. Be kind of a relief not to. Because as much as I like the concept of this team, they have gotten beat up a lot. With no deaths. Well, 1 death, I think I apothecary. So, pretty good for the dungeon. Maybe someday we'll get a Dungeon Bowl video game. That's this week in Blood Bowl. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.